Welcome back to another episode here at YourEggs. We've covered so many topics in the past. Today, we're talking about one we have not discussed with all of you, and this is about fertility treatments and celebrities. That's right. So many of you, when you are hearing about celebrities getting pregnant, older in age in the news, all you hear about is how they used a surrogate on their fertility journey, which is an important piece of all fertility journeys. But what you're not hearing, because many of them are not sharing, is that many of them have also used egg donors. And so we're going to cover that in today's episode. Stick with us. All right, I'm back with Dion. Thank you so much for joining me again today as we discuss an important topic. And I think it's important because so many of us like to talk about celebrities and follow celebrities in the news and what are they doing. And one thing that we've definitely heard over the years and more recently in recent years is how celebrities are having children later in life. We've also heard of some of them who have been open about their fertility journeys because they've been struggling along the way and they've decided to share with all of us about their struggles. And so we've been able to kind of take an inside look into that process. So kind of give me an inside look. Actually, I want to ask you one question before. Have you worked with celebrities through their fertility journey? I'm not asking you who, I'm just asking you if you have.
Yes.
You have?
Yes, of course. Absolutely. Okay. Yes. Definitely have had celebrities, coming through to use egg donation.
Okay, cool.
and or surrogacy.
Is that fun or stressful for you?
It's always like with everyone, it's fun and stressful. and it's, as you said, many people definitely want to keep the egg donation part confidential. You know, many people want to keep everything confidential, which is completely understandable, especially when they're in the public eye. But then some people are really outspoken about it and do go out in public, which is amazing because they often end up being an inspiration for people who are struggling with fertility. And they also, take away, some of the feelings of isolation and alone, that many people may struggle with when celebrities who are in the public eye do share about their fertility struggles.
Yeah, it's wonderful to hear. They make it more commonplace. They bring it more awareness to it. They take away the stigma. So that's awesome. I think I want to separate some of these categories that we're going to talk about today. First, when we are talking about celebrities using, or the ones celebrities that we've heard of using fertility treatments, my initial thought always goes to, especially when it comes to donors or egg donation, is gay couples. So let's talk about them first. So how common is that to see? And let's dive in a little bit into that topic.
Yeah, absolutely. As you said, gay couples are often very open about their fertility journeys because many of them, obviously, they're using egg donors. So they often speak out about both using egg donors and surrogacy and the gratitude that they have in building their family. For example, one that comes to mind is Neil Patrick Harris and his partner, who they were very open about using egg donors to conceive their twins, and they both, each used their own sperm in order to have their twins, and then they also decided to not do any genetic testing to know which twin was which of theirs. So and they were very open about all of that, about the process, which is really fun, I think, for everyone in the public to know, and to follow their journey and cheer for them, and also opens up possibilities that other people are thinking, hey, we can do this too.
Yeah, and it's nice that they were able to open up about both, obviously, egg donor and surrogacy, but other individuals like Anderson Cooper or Andy Cohen, we often see them together on New Year's Eve, but they're not together. But they I heard about their story, and it was more about surrogacy than it was about egg donation. But obviously, they needed to use an egg donor because all
Right.
gay couples need to use an egg donor to have
Right.
children. So
Whether it's
Yeah.
a family member or a friend or, or an unknown donor. Yes. And I do think many people do tend to be more private about the egg donor part than the
Yeah.
surrogacy part.
yeah,
Yes.
and I should mention to everybody watching, of course, we are mentioning celebrities that have been open about their fertility journeys or parts of their fertility journeys. There are many who don't go public about their fertility journeys or don't go public about using egg donors but might discuss surrogacy. So there's parts of this. Obviously, they're doing it for confidentiality reasons. We're not making any assumptions,
Right.
or putting labels on any of them, but we want to talk about this in the broader sense that you understand how commonplace this is.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So some individuals that have discussed using an egg donor, some celebrities that you all may know, have discussed using an egg donor to get pregnant and be successful. Do you have a couple names to share for us?
Well, as Sir Elton John and his husband, they used both egg donation and
Yeah.
surrogacy, and we're very open about it here in California. And then also Mariah Carey was one who was open about using donor eggs to get pregnant with her twins, after
Yeah.
she had a miscarriage. And she shared all of this with the public, which is why we're able to talk about it now. And it's also wonderful because, as we said, it helps other people who are going through similar situations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there is a comedian and actress, Mary Costas, who I like her story, and I became aware of her because of the 15 rounds of IVF that she did before she realized that she needed an egg donor. 15 rounds, which is a lot. And a lot of couples aren't fortunate enough to be able to go through that
No.
many IVF cycles because of the expense. So she was,
Yeah.
but for her, it took 15 rounds before she realized that it was time for her to move to egg donor. So
Yeah.
many individuals move to egg donor at different times of their fertility journey, right?
Yes, and usually well before 15 rounds. She did make a joke, wishing that she had known 10 goes before that egg donor was an option for her. Which is definitely, a lot of people do go through multiple rounds before they come to that and realize that the best chance of success and starting their family as soon in a timely manner is to move on to egg donation. So I love that story, and I love that she shares it.
Yeah, and I like that last piece that she shared, which was, I wish I knew 10 rounds before, right? So she wished she only had done 5 versus 15 before.
Right.
And that's actually one of the reasons why we created this YouTube channel, is because we want to make sure we're educating all of you about the option of egg donor and the ability to use egg donor on your fertility journey, and make it a more comfortable conversation so that you all don't go through 15 rounds before you even
Yeah.
realize it was an option like she did. Now, that does come down to statistics in my mind, and I think this is an important piece that we need to discuss as we are talking about so many celebrities who are using an egg donor, or we're assuming, I actually want to say, so many celebrities that we're assuming are using an egg donor because of their age. And so can you share some of the statistics
Oh yeah.
so that we have a better understanding of why we're making some of these assumptions?
Yeah, I mean, a natural pregnancy after the age of 45, I think most people know that is extremely rare. Even with IVF, the chances of getting pregnant, with your own eggs at the age of 45 is just under 5%. And then, at age 50, it's just under 1%. So very, very rare. And as we know, there are many celebrities, as well as many of us regular people who are getting pregnant and thankfully having healthy babies after the age of 45.
Yeah. So I'm going to mention a couple of these celebrities because I want to put a connection to this, right? Anytime you're seeing a celebrity who is saying that, oh yes, I've got, we're pregnant with a child, and they're 47 or 50, my assumption when I read those articles is that, oh, they used egg donor. but I don't think everybody else watching
Right.
has maybe made that connection. So, individuals like Susan Sarandon, Halle Berry, 47,
Yeah.
Rachel Weisz, 48, Hilary Swank, 48, right?
Yeah.
Janet Jackson, woo, Janet, but she's 50 when she had hers. So,
Yeah.
these are all things that we need to recognize. And I think talking about this topic, I think, is really important for our viewers so that they have a better understanding for what's reality, how difficult it could be, and
Right.
what it takes to have a family.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you said, different names, and like Nicole Kidman at 53. And then, some people will think, oh, it's easy to have a baby with my own eggs,
Right.
at this age. I just need a surrogate. But it's not necessarily, as we just went over the statistics, it's not easy. And there are many, many people, who are taking the path of egg donation in order to have their own baby, after the age of 45.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I want to thank you for joining me once again. I always love having you on our episodes. And I want to thank all of you for joining us again here on this episode. What was interesting about this episode that you did not know before you watched? Comment below and let me know. Maybe list the name of a celebrity that you know of that you think also used an egg donor on their fertility journey. We'd love to check that out, so go ahead and drop that in the comment section as well. If you want to find out more about YourEggs and our egg donation agency, then I want to invite you to visit our website at YourEggs.com. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you're not already a subscriber to our YouTube channel, then go ahead and hit that bell to subscribe and get notified when we put out another video for all of you. And we will see you in the next video.